such an asshole.
Hello, children. Tired Cappy. Cappy went for a run, then Cappy went and ran errands, and now Cappy has got to go. Oh, we got to log out of that. We got to answer questions. A deep philosophical one. And as a follow-up to a previous one I did, I'm like, I think I said, wait, are we at the 30-second mark? Do we have to follow our stupid rules? We're at the 30-second mark. So he had an original request, and let me get to that one. I'll just read it. Happy New Year, Mr. Celery. What does it mean to seek happiness within yourself? What are the components? How can I grow love in my soul and sublimate it towards good actions and achievement in life? How not to get caught in the darkness? How to put myself at the center of the gravitational pool and don't seek happiness in other people? That's where I was like, that sounds like some gay shit. No offense to our actual not straight brothers and sisters. I mean, lame. So then he qualified because I was a little confused and I went on to answer his question. He clarified. Where'd it go? I need the second part. Let me rephrase the gay shit. How to increase gratitude and appreciation for memories you had so it will give you enormous stimulus to live and put an effort into becoming a better person. Because without actions, we all tend to become evil creatures. And that leads to methods I'd like to know that I could deal with natural intention to become. And that leads to methods I'd like to know that I could deal with natural intention to become a mean individual. And by the way, I'm pretty sure English is this guy's second language, so please forgive him. First is a guide how to live a sober life. Second is how to get rid of an addiction. I said, was this about becoming sober? He said, no, not literally, just an analogy so you can easily navigate and understand one for previous questions. So let's go to it here because it's much more succinct. How to increase gratitude and appreciation for memories you had so it will become an enormous stimulus to live and put an effort at becoming a better person. Then you go on about your concerns and worries about becoming an evil person, which I'll address later. Let's talk about what you'd like to hope or what you're aiming to do, and that is take memories so that you live a good life, you become a productive member, and you don't become an evil member of society, that you just become a better person. And I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think it's not to say that you don't have good memories or you can't have gratitude or appreciation for the good memories, but I don't know how much of a push or an engine or how much energy or incentive having good memories is going to give you the reason and the motivation to become a better person. It's not to say they don't. The only way I could figure out how memories could give you a motivation to become a better person is usually in our pet. The memories we have are good because if you remembered all the bad stuff, you frankly end yourself. No joke, you would. If your brain has a survival mechanism that it forgets the bad stuff and remembers only the good stuff. That's like, remember when we were in war? God, I miss those times. It's like, no, you really, like, I have fond memories of working security. And it's only because of the people I worked with. If I factored in, remembered all the hell I had to go through, starvation, hunger, cold, sleep deprivation, all that, no, I wouldn't have. Those were bad times. Your brain just, for survival reasons, remembers the good stuff. But if you go back, everyone has good memories. Your brain holds on to them because they were a good feeling. And the only role I can see good memories motivating you to become better or live a good life is because you felt good and you would like to recreate that. Whether that was something obvious like, oh yeah, I banged this girl, is great sex. That's usually a top of guys list. Yeah, you're so shallow. Yes, we are. Shut the fuck up about it. Shut the fuck up. I remember blowjobs. I guarantee you there's guys like, I remember that blowjob. Those are good times, good memories. We could have Alzheimer's. We'll remember that. Too fucking bad, ladies. Just eat a bag of dicks. We don't care anymore. But also maybe like some Christmases when you got some gifts or a lot. I have a lot of fond memories of my grandfather fishing and having a good old time with my grandpa. What else? Being free. I'm sure every guy who got out of prison or jail remembers that day, being free. And maybe your wedding. For most men, nah. I prefer to forget it. What else? Just these good things that were happening to you, whether it was freedom, love, sex, just simple joy, usually of a child because you're naive and innocent. Uh, I think a lot of good memories come from the fact that you didn't have a lot of things to worry about as adults. Like when you're a little 4-year-old kid, you don't understand bills. You don't understand politics. You don't understand Democrats want to enslave you all. You really don't. No, go sit in this public housing. No, it's really good. It's free. You'll love it. And you people over there pay for that shit. I'm taking my commission. Vote for me. I make it where people poop in the streets. I'm so good. I'm a Democrat. Look at our policies. So you don't worry about that when you're a 4-year-old. I remember several days, depending on where we were on the playground, where the final bell rang on that last day of school. I remember those days. Oh yeah. I remember graduating from college. So you have these memories, and the only thing I think memories could serve to motivate you to live a good life is that you want to recapture those feelings. So then you got to go and kind of got to diagnose and dissect what were these memories, what were the environments, what were the ingredients that made this memory a happy one. It was a girl with big tits. It was just a pleasant day. It was a day I achieved peace and contentment and relaxing. It was a day that I was liberated, something like that. And then you guys say, all right, I got to recreate those conditions in my future to get that freedom. Like I have always said, generally speaking, I want to be a 4-year-old with a driver's license and a credit card because I was happiest when I was 4. Why were you happiest when you're 4? Well, because you had most of the functionality of a kid. All right. But you didn't have no bills to pay. You didn't have to worry about anything. You didn't have to go to school. That's kind of what retirement is, except you're older and you got money. And instead of like playing with your tricycle, you go golf, I guess. I don't know. I do my own version of it. Because of that freedom and that blissful, no, and it wasn't even ignorance. There was no worries. Wasn't anything to worry about. And so that's why I think memories can help you, motivate you in giving you a goal or something to aim for. But otherwise, memories don't exist. Turd Flinging Monkey, which, by the way, I'm going to recommend his book to you, The Way of Monkey book. Please read it. It'll help you in this endeavor. Memories don't exist. That happened in the past. Those are things that have they cannot be recaptured. They cannot be relived. In some ways, maybe the feeling can be recreated, but they don't exist. It's gone with the wind. And I'm afraid focusing on memories beyond a healthy amount, like, okay, well, I should, what made me happy, then identifying those factors and recreating in your future life, you're sacrificing your future, focusing too much on your past. And so I wouldn't use memories solely as the motivation. And as I said, I think it was in the first video it did. If not, I'll say it here to make sure. What motivates me to have the best life possible is that it ends. It ends, man. That, like, it's darkness. It's nothing. You don't exist no more. Now, if you're religious and you have to believe in the afterlife, you have a different philosophy. But I don't think any one of the gods, whichever one people are worshiping, says, oh, yeah, piss this time on earth I gave you away. Just piss it away. It's like, no, let's go here now. And that's what I use to motivate myself. But then again, poverty, hunger, not having any fun toys I liked as a kid, all that stuff, it was materialist. Well, what do you want to do? I was a 5-year-old kid. Shut up. Being deprived, I'm like, I'm not being deprived anymore. Absolutely not deprived of my freedom. I'm never going to school. I'm not working for some cocksucker banker ever again. I'm never doing that again. Never. I'm never. Yeah, so I'm a minimalist. I need the least amount of money. And I want to maximize the amount of time I don't work for someone. I want to maximize the amount of, here's my goal. I've talked about this before. My goal, which should be everybody's goal, is to maximize the highest percentage of your remaining life possible to do what you want, to get the maximum percent doing what you want, to extend your life as well through health and healthy choices, but to have whatever from here to death, whenever you're going to die, you want to have the maximum amount of time doing what you want. And so between death and wanting to have your life be an enjoyable experience, that I can't think of anything more that you are going to die. And if that don't motivate you, which it doesn't, you look at fat people in America. They not only are they unaware they're going to die, they make the choices that makes it they're going to die sooner. And the foodies, oh, the numsies, num 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 nums, oh, the foodies, I love the foodies, num 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 nums. Sorry, I'm laughing at you guys. It's just disrespectful to yourself and God or nature or this blessing you've been given of consciousness and sentience in this planet. And you end it early and ruin it by making yourself fat that you can't even go for a hike or a walk or just function normally. So if you look at the average person out there, and that's just one example, but the dumb schmuck who keeps getting married and divorced and have kids they can't afford and works his way at the corporate America, slaving away MBA, paying for off for like, oh fuck, that's even worse than at least being overweight. It's a little bit of vice. You get to taste some tasty food. But all these dumbasses working their asses off. NBA, bro, like it's still middle school. Oh, look, I got a house on a lake, bro. Yeah, you're working 70 hours a week to do it, asshole. Have fun with that. You know, like, oh, you just couldn't handle it, bro. You don't have the shit and the stuff I had. You're right. I don't. I go shop. I will say it again. Heck, I was okay. I lie. I've been lying, boys and girls. I don't exclusively shop at Goodwill. Sometimes I go to Savers, the other used Goodwill, whatever. Savers is better than Goodwill, I'm finding out. Goodwill, honorable mention, good, but man, Savers, holy cow, they got some good stuff. I got pants that fit like a gem. Oh, it's wonder. I got some nice shirts. I don't know who drops their used goods off at Savers, but I go to Savers before you go to Will. Maybe I'm just lucky. The one in town here is really good. Anyway, I'm acutely aware I'm going to die, and the fuck if I'm going to spend 3 hours working up the money to buy a $200 shirt to make some washed up whore with crow's feet think I'm before she runs off with the slightly better looking or slightly richer guy. Fuck that shit. I'm going to die. If you want to be motivated to make the most out of your life, realize you're going to die. That's it. And you'll be in the, philosophically speaking, I think you'll be in the top 3% of Americans, because most Americans just numsy. Oh, the things and the stuffies and the drugs and the alcohol. Oh, the stuff. Oh, I'm popular. Oh, social internet whore. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. I cannot work the 4-hour a day jobs. I'm pretty blonde with big boobs. Donate money. I show you, asshole. Fuck. Again, seriously, 97% of Americans be asked the question, why the fuck are you even alive? And if you can't answer that, well, because I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I want to, yeah, you're not properly motivated. And the quickest way is like, yeah, you know it ends, right? You know it ends. I don't know what you want to do, but you go do it. So that's where I think you'll find more motivation. When it comes to you worrying about becoming an evil person right off the bat, the fact you're concerned about that is already a pretty good guard that you have a pretty good indication that you have a good guard against becoming an evil person. You don't want to be an evil person. You fear that. So already, principally, philosophically, ethically, morally, you're in the right mindset, right? And we could talk about evil, but my crazy theory, it's not a theory. This is so simple. There's no such thing as good and evil. Shut the fuck up. Here's my simple theory on evil. Laziness is the cause of all evil. Because people want to survive, which is a huge and strong, the strongest desire humans have. And I'll go over it again. And there wasn't a lot of food back in the day. And so the number one problem facing everybody was the lack of food and calories of energy. So that's why people were lazy, because that served as a good survival mechanism. That laziness was our friend at a time, but now it isn't anymore. Now people are like, oh, let's steal people's shit. Because I don't want to work, because I'm lazy, because I'm too much of a fucking idiotic troglodyte moron that I don't have the philosophical or the respect for my fellow human man to say, well, but I'm just stealing from the other person and making their lives more. I'm essentially enslaving, and I'm a thief. I'm a slave owner. But I don't care, because then I don't have to work. Why? Because I'm a lazy sack of shit. And as long as you guard against laziness, you understand, well, if you had ethics, I don't assume people have ethics. I always use motivation. I always use reality and economics to explain. There's a should world, and then there's the real world. And I'll get to how the real world works, but you should, in theory, not be a lazy piece of shit. I mean, you could be lazy. You don't have to, like, as long as you work up enough money. I mean, I'm not even slamming on the guy I'm describing. Like Chris Beckloff, he's a good friend of mine. He's not busting up the ranks. He doesn't have a desire to become some MBA corporate executive. He just works his regular blue collar job and he enjoys his video games and comic books, hangs out with his dad. I don't know if that's lazy, but it's he's not aggressive. He's not necessarily a hard worker when he's a hard worker at the job, but he likes he's not going to steal from someone is what I'm saying. All right. So that's a perfectly fine, as long as you're not stealing from someone and you acknowledge everyone has this innate human laziness. Okay, fine. But as long as you draw the line at not stealing from someone, cool. But some people don't draw that line because they literally think they're more important than all the other people in the world. And let's just be honest, especially Westerners, so shoved up with either parental money or government money. They're all solipsistic. They don't even think other humans exist. They really do think it's like Grand Theft Auto. Like if you shot someone, well, that person really didn't lose their life. They're not really alive. I'm the only person alive. And they even include that with their parents or their family or their friends. Like you've all ran into these thieves, like where your friends and your family just, how many times have we had the story where a guy comes in for consultation, mom or dad, or even the parents use the kid's social security number when they were a kid to get approved for a credit card. Kid's 18, goes out to get a credit card, finds out he's got like a 400 credit score. All right. Most Americans are solipsistic and lazy enough that they really don't care if they screw over other people, sometimes even their own kids. All right. So if you can sit down and say, well, why is it unethical to steal from other people, which it sounds like you have the moral compass to do. All right. That's a pretty good, some people aren't disgusted with themselves because they don't view other people as other human beings. Or they're just like, yeah, well, maybe I screwed them over, but at least I didn't have to work. Am I right? Student loan bailout kids, right? Huh? Right? Right? Yeah. Right, bankers? Right? Yeah, dude, bro. Couldn't work, bro. Couldn't make the millions, bro. Had to steal it, bro. Oh, look, the government came crashing down and none of you work in banking no more. Anyway, you should, and again, you should be disgusted with yourself for just being a parasite, essentially. However, right, and so it sounds like you are aware of that. However, I don't believe in should land. Nobody's motivated by should. I'm just going to point it out. Do you know anyone there? 320 million Americans. Are there thieves who get away with it? Are there people who live and steal? Absolutely. Look at most of the politicians today. All right. Did some robbers get away with the money and make it off to Brazil and get facial surgery? And yeah, some people did. Do the majority of people? I think over half of Americans collect some kind of a government check, which is theft. Just shut the fuck up. That's what it is. But they voted for it. I don't care. It's still taking other people's money. Do you see? Forget Ocasio-Cortez, forget Hillary Clinton, forget any one of these politicians. Your rate for every one of them, there's at least 5,000 Americans who are also parasitic. Are they happy? Anyone on welfare? Anyone in Section 8 housing? Do you see anyone in Section 8 being happy? You see anyone who got busted in the banker bailout thing? Do you see any of them being happy? Do you see any of them being wealthy? You're like, holy cow, you get all this free money. Here, I'll give you another perfect example. And this is a separate topic, but unearned money is the worst drug ever. It will destroy your life worse than heroin. And go ahead, look at the American Indian reservations, where due to treaties and things that aren't necessarily even economically wrong, you get a lot of free shit: free clothing, free housing, free shelter, free education, all that. And some of these reservations, not all, some reservations are a little bit more capitalists, have a little bit more business acumen, where it's like ranching and farming and casinos, obviously. But the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, oh my God, dude, talk about poor and miserable and horrific lives. All right. Well, you got the free money. Okay. But Jesus, look what it did to you. And you could say this at any Section 8 housing development, any single mom who collects a government check and has to hunt down 5 baby dad, like a outside of government, okay, well, you got to get 5 different baby daddies because then you get 5 checks and each guy can afford it. But if you only got one baby daddy for 3 kids, you can't pay as much per kid, that kind of scam and rank going. Do any of the trailer trash types, do any of these people look wealthy or happy to you? And they don't. And the reason why is laziness doesn't just apply to your work ethic. It applies to everything you do in life. Do you pick up your house? Do you maintain your house? Do you treat your friends with respect and love and care and compassion? Or do you try to steal from them too? Parents, same thing. Family, same thing. A lot of you probably have family members who are parasites. And you could give them all the money in the world. Oh, I know one family member, holy shit, this person's received at least $400,000 in free shit. Dude, if I got $400,000 in free shit, especially when I was young, holy shit, would I be ahead? But this guy just pissed it all away. It's all gone. Life is still miserable, still a fuck up. Right? Like, oh my God. It's kind of an unknown. Like, you think free money would help. No, it won't. And so what I'm trying to point out is it's almost like wishing you won the lottery. Have you seen what the lottery does to people's lives? It just ruins it. So it's kind of be careful what you wish for. You're worried about being evil. You want to scare your socks off about being evil. All right. Look what happens to evil people. Like, you can even say, all right, let's go from a different angle of, I hate even call it evil, but another, what would we call it? Dangerous, debatably evil. I have way more respect for this group of people than I would welfare recipients, drug dealers. Okay. At least they're hustling. At least they're producing something of value. But then they say, okay, well, I'm going to commit a crime. Financially motivated, I get it. Maybe you don't have any better options. I get it. Oh, I'm going to start murdering people to make more money. And now we got a gang war going on here. And yeah, there's was it Pablo Escobar? Yeah, there's the kingpins. There's the people make a lot of money. Even Pablo got taken down. Like, you cannot cheat at life, whether it's through laziness, disrespecting people's rights, being evil, whatever capacity you regard, murder, whatever. Not for long. It's kind of live by the sword, die by the sword kind of thing. And I don't, dude, if I was Putin, let's look at Putin. A lot of people consider him evil. I don't have an opinion really one way or the other. But I've never understood this about dictators. Dude, you got your money. Why don't you resign? Why don't you go do something else? Why don't you go fishing for the rest of your days? What is with it? Oh, I gotta have power. I gotta control people. None of these people are happy. Do you think Joe Biden, if Joe Biden was even conscious of himself right now, do you think any of the assholes in power are happy right now? The Harvard, perfect example of a thief. Perfect example of a liar and a thief. Just getting by on her gender and her skin color. The Harvard president, former Harvard president. You think she's happy? But she makes $900,000 a year. I don't care. She didn't earn it. Her entire life is, I got to construe some way because I got to make my vagina and my skin color a victim for what? How old is she? 60 years old? She wasn't no young pup. At least 5 decades. Half a century of faking that shit? That has got to be maddening. Do you want that life? I don't care if it's got $900,000. Do you want that life? Or would you rather just be chilling out, man? Not working, putting in your time, putting in your money. All right. You pay your bills, pay your taxes, keep expenses low. You become a minimalist. You start thinking, like, what do I want to do in life? I want to go ahead, dude. I'll pit my average day against the most powerful person, public or behind the scenes in Washington, D.C. I will pit my day. Well, who would be opulent love? I guess Nancy Pelosi, because she's such a known figure. Dude, I'll pit my day, my average day against Nancy Pelosi's day any day. She's more wealthier. She got way more power. She got that. She drinks way more better. Drink everything. She got everything. No, I'm way happier. Got way better life. Way better life. Because I don't have to dick around with a fucking bullshit job. I want to be an evil, despicable bitch to steal money from one group of people, sucking the dick of some guy so I could get his family's money. Holy shit. You couldn't pay me enough to be her. And I'm not saying you got to go be Dudley Do Right either, donating time to charity and the children. But if you want to be scared from the evil, go look at evil people. Go look at, say, lazy sacks of shit. Go look at them. See what happens to them. On average, not the ones who get lucky. And even then, is Hillary Clinton happy? One of the most evil people alive. Is that bitch happy? The fuck she is. So you want to be scared straight. They shouldn't, hey, kids, I did drugs. Don't do drugs, kid. You say, hey, look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at Kamala Harris. Look at her. Look at Joe Biden. God, look at these guys. So, yeah, that's what I would use to motivate me out of it. Yeah, and usually just evil is not economic. I guess that's the short for it. It's not in your best interest. This doesn't mean you do the right thing all the time naively. If people aren't going to pay you, compensate. You got to be a little street smart about it. But yeah, man, you don't have time for jail. You don't have time to go sit and lobby and deal with politics and bullshit. No, there's trails to hike. There's things for you to do, whatever it is that you want to do. And that's what I would do. All right, link below the menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex, if you're having trouble figuring out, well, then what do? There's a whole list. It's the menu. It's a menu of things you can do in life. It's a good book. Go get it, and I'll give you some ideas, and then all of a sudden you got a life that you look forward to. Also, you've had some of these moral problems, or not really problems, but moral questions, like what should motivate you. I'd recommend go getting the course, The Dad You Never Had. It's available on Teachable. And all this red pill stuff we do is in short because there's no fathers. That's mainly why we're here. No dads have been kicked out, but dads at least should have taught you a moral compass. They should have given you a moral compass or a moral operating system, and why you should get up. See, in my day, there wasn't the should or the why. There was never the why. It's just is what you should do. You shouldn't do that. Why? We never heard the why. You should get good grades. Why? You should save your money. Why? I don't know. We're not doing that. This is a funny thing as parents, like not doing what they tell you. Although they're probably like, we screwed up. This is the why. This is why you should. Why it's in your best interest. And so that's available. The Dad You Never Had. If any other reason, the chapter on how to stop being lazy is worth it. That right there. And I don't have it linked below, but I hit the record button before I remember. I'm like, yeah, you should probably go get the Way of Monkey book. I think the Way of Monkey book would be great for you to read. And anyone else out there, yeah, you're looking like, well, what? Get the Way of Monkey book. It'll put you in a better mood. All right, let's go to the super chat. My Truth, the King, $10. Aaron, thanks. Thanks for being the huge, in no uncertain terms, middle finger to society and to the 107 IQ basic bitch bro this henpeck society needs. Even at 5'9", you cast shadows of some of these 6'3" failures. I don't cast no shadow. Look here, another Zen wooey why. I'm not even in the game. I'm not in the arena. It's these idiots engaging in professional wrestling and making fools of themselves. I'm not the one that told the 6'3" dude bro to go buy a piece of property in an overpriced place to impress his wife. I'm not that guy. No, that's his doing. What you're witnessing is a bunch of people shooting themselves in the foot and saying, why does my foot hurt? Oh my God, it's the Republicans in the Senate. We need more taxes to reconstruct my foot. That's really what it is. And I was like, fuck you people. I got to say thank you to everyone I went to school with, because you taught me to you really put a bad taste in my mouth about society. Like already I was going to not really be a loner, but I was going to definitely be an outsider. I was definitely not going to get along with society. I wasn't really just going to be I wasn't going to be congruent. I was going to say popular, certainly not that, but it just wasn't going to fit in with your society. And now I've seen your society get to, oh my God, go fuck all yourselves. Oh my God, your little trophies you all won. What you guys were fighting for, holy fucking shit. Thank you for making me very unpopular. Thank you for not accepting me into your culture. Thank you for forcing me to see outside this artificial environment of K through corporate that you all set up. Thank God I'm not on LinkedIn reading articles about how to improve my career. I want to thank all of you fucking assholes for making it so I have a way better life than all of you, and that my life is not going to be wasted. And I think my audience thanks you all too, because I can say, hey, look at the thing they said to do. That's not the thing you should do. This is the path to go down. Then everyone asks, do we all have to hike? No, it's more of a metaphorical path. You don't actually have to hike on the path. It's just I just like hiking. That's all. You can, if you like fishing, that's your path. There's no real, I'm just saying it's not buying the latest Abercrombie and bitch wear. Okay. I'm just saying, God, it doesn't end. I'm just saying it's like not using the Audi that your husband bought you to take yourself to your little fucking nail practice, your little nail salon thing. All right. It's not that. Non-stop trade, $2. Define evil. Rights in itself don't exist. I just, it's theft, other people's time. That's it. That's the only currency I can think of is other people's time. That's the only thing of value in this universe as far as humans are concerned, is other people. And when you steal other people's time, you're a thief and you're evil. And we're all evil. We've all wasted other people's time. None of you batted 1,000, myself included. A lot of times you don't know you're committing evil. It's just natural self, especially as a kid. You don't know what stealing your brother's ice cream cone. That's technically, at some level, you shouldn't do it, but you're not like, oh my God, was that evil? Yeah, that was evil. You stole someone's time. And I did define evil. And I dare anyone else to say, oh, that's not evil. Okay, well, you come up with a better definition. And they say, there's no such thing as evil. Cool, give me your money. No, you give me your money. It's just money. It's only money. And then they can't get you because they're like, they use that thing too, the argument. It's only money. I'm like, actually, that's your time, but I'm going to steal your time from you. And now it's mine. And now I'm going to buy stupid, ridiculous shit with it. But. No. It's only money. You don't want to be a capitalist pig. Thank you. I understood. I knew you understood me. Thanks for all your money. DJ Aftershock, $5. I cherish my memories of hammered in Uptown with my marketing 303 bros, drinking light beers and horking down tacos, tequila, and some sweet apps, bro. Yeah, over at Grandma's, bro. Did you know about Grandma's over on the West Bank of campus? God, the amount of douchebags that went, because it was also by the law school too, the amount of douchebags that went to Grandma's over on the West Bank. If you just got rid of all of them, it just all of a sudden GDP would jump up to 5% a year. Oh, what a bunch of sad, pathetic, weak people. Nonstop Drake, $2. Why can't people accept that morality doesn't exist? You're going like atomic ground level. Here's why morality does exist. Because if you don't follow it, it'll get you killed. If by any other reason, society will end. The world as should becomes really important if you like to have electricity and live past 8. It really does. But don't worry, we got rid of all the guardians and the people, the passer honors of that wisdom, men. Because we just need socialism and sharing and vagina juice and hugs. Sing it with us, the new national anthem of the United States. Sharing and caring other people's money, vagina juice and drugs and hugs. Drugs too, right? Free heroin, ladies. That helped out Seattle and San Francisco. Liberal arts degrees and student loan bailouts and public transportation. Nonstop Drake, $2. Do you think believing lies is what makes human human? No. That's an interesting question. Like us from the apes, I think apes and other creatures have sentience. I think they have feelings. I think it's over the ability to overcome our nature and programming if we choose to. Everyone knows you shouldn't eat like a pig. It's knowing you shouldn't eat like a pig, even if you don't admit it. Like, look, every girl out there knows pig is not beautiful. They know that. They say that because they're stupid. That's the only reason I could come up with it. They're just stupid. But deep down inside, they know that's not true. And that awareness is what I would say is you're self-aware. And you do have, in knowing that's wrong, you do have the ability to stop doing bad things and go against your nature and adapt to your environment. But most people choose not to because they're weak sacks of shit. You're just so angry. Go eat some more food and not work out. Go, do it, do it. Go, go, go. Just go be your fucking typical Democrat. Go be your typical fucking Democrat. You're 68 years old. I ain't saving enough money. Oh my God. I need to go. My children hate me. Oh, yeah, it's a great fucking life you chose. I'm glad you used your life so well. Socialism and welfare checks, Section 8 housing and buses. Alexander Sacy or Sace, 10 Brazilian reals. Come to Latin America, sir. I might. I'm not against it. I'm getting sick and tired of here's look, don't get me wrong. I love first world standard of livings, but the first world people are assholes. At least in second world and third world, the people have to work. Don't have welfare shoved up their ass. They know the value, like you know the value of a dollar because you had to work for it. What you should really translate that to any poorer countries, you know the value of other people's time because that's how we're a dollar is or a real is just the unit of other people's time, and you value that. Like, oh, that person's got to work, and so if I'm gonna like request them to work, I better give him some of my time in the form of money so he can buy the things he wants. But I guarantee you, whether it's Brazil or Mexico or Thailand or whatever, they're working and they're not like, oh my God, I have social anxiety disorder. I'm going to dye my hair purple and blue and I need a student loan. But shut the fuck up. Lambert's 10 generous dollars. Aaron, why is everyone trying to get under my skin today? What about Mr. Celery? Aaron, thanks to you, I got my financial act together. Good. Got a good job as an HVAC technician. I'm 29, single, planning on keeping that way. Just bought a home, economy car paid off, living within my means. Where have, Lambert, let me ask, I ask unto thee. I ask unto you, Lambert, where have all the good men gone? Oh, that's too bad. I wish you girls could find somebody. Ooh, HVAC, that's dusty. Nonstop trade 2 books. Should is a word used by entitled people. Yes, but we also, if we're going to talk speculation and strategy, we have to go into like should. Well, you're a Marine. What should happen? Well, we should come on that flank, and then they won't know, and then when you engage in battle, that goes out the door. And like, what should we do now? There's Drake. Stop asking should. It's an elitist word. Universal coordinate, $15. High IQs make most people seem our tar died. Sorry, not sorry. I think a lot of all these struggle streeters in work and society are more dumb than lazy. There's that too. I don't care. I look as a high IQ individual, and go fuck yourself if that sounds arrogant. I'm sorry. I'm smart. I've had to deal with such stupid people. I don't care, malicious or not. I really don't. Because what I found about people, whether dumb or average IQ, even smart one might say, is they're arrogant fucking pricks. The most basic, boring, mass-produced, as common as a blade of grass, your liberal arts 23-year-old college major, shut up. And they all think they know better. And all the solution is, I got to work more and pay more in taxes. Fuck you. You're my enemy. I don't care if it's because you're an idiot or because you're actually evil. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Fuck you. I'm not going to go out of my way to cause people any harm or damage, but I'm not like, oh, they're just stupid. Don't give a shit. If they're going to buy my shit, I'm going to sell them crap. Look at like any marketing company. You think they give a shit? That you think like, hey, wait a minute. Girls who spend $5,000 on a pair of shoes ain't all there, maybe should we? No, hell, they're like $5,000 pair of shoes. Here you go, sweetheart. Oh my God, I got my bag. Ah! Look at my Wolverine nails. I'm so fucking cool. Tattoo artist gonna be like that. You want your entire face? You want an entire sleeve? Okay. Oh yeah, strong, brave, amazing. Sure, Asian or Chinese proverb right there. It says strong, brave, amazing. And what it really says is vagina juice and bus tickets, welfare Jackson 10th. Oh, did I get you all? A lot of these straight, yeah. Belial Bradley, $5. He has a super sticker, but I can't see it because maybe you guys could see it, but StreamYard doesn't allow you to see it. Nonstop Drake, $2. Not everyone can be like you. Hashtag too ahead of his time. Nearly everyone could have been like me. Nearly everyone. People just choose not to. My truth, the king. $2. Easy there, Quimby. What are you talking about? Don't tell me to take it easy. Ask not what your country can do for you. You remember the Simpsons episode? It's like, what would he say? Don't these idiots know that I run this town? And then the Secret Service agent comes in, sir, election in November, election in November. And then he says, what? Again? This stupid country? This is when the Simpsons were funny instead of a bunch of bunch of lame quanta ha-has. All right, there you guys go. That's it. Links below. See you guys later. Toodles.